Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So we are learning about the Angular 18 form validations. So we are having the reactive form, that is nothing but the actor form. If you try to see here, this is our reactive form, and here this is our reactive form, and we have added some validations like validations are required. So that means this should be a required field. And also you are having another validation, something like minimum length. So here it should have a minimum length of 4 characters. And we are having a forbidden name validator. So that means we should not allow Leela as the name. So here if I try to allow Leela, name is invalid. So that means this type of validations we have written it. Now in this video I want to discuss you about another type of validation which we will be trying to use it more often when we are trying to do the password. So if you are having a password and also a confirm password, so we need to make something like the password and the confirm password are not same. So we need to match both the password and the confirm password. So that means we need to show a validation error for that one. So that means one form control is dependent on the another form control. So these are something like called as in cross field validators. So we are trying to validate the field across the field. So these are called as in cross field validators. We are not validating only the particular field. We are validating the field with reference to the another field. So how can we do these type of cross field validators in the reactive forms? And afterwards we will see in the template driven forms also. First we will try to understand about the reactive forms. So in order to make this one, so here my requirement is in such a way that here we have a two form controls, that is nothing but name and also a role. And what I want to do it is the name and the role must not be equal. For example, let's say that I have given a name of something like Bob, okay, and if I try to give the same role as Bob, then these two name and role must not be equal. So that means must not match, so that the user can be confused between the name and the role. That means what is the validation what we need to do? Name and role must not match to each other. So that is the validation I want to do. So here the role is dependent on the name. So here if you try to write the name and if you write the same name as the role also, same role as the name means, then we need to show an error that both name and role are equal. So it should not be equal. So what I need to do here, we need to do the cross field validation. So that means the role is dependent on the name. How we can do it is here, after completion of these all form controls and all those things, so here we will be completing of this form group, right? Here we need to give another array, okay, validators. If you try to see here, you will be able to get a validators. So you also have an async validators also. We'll try to learn about these async validators when we are learning the asynchronous concept. So here we are having a validators, and here it will take the array of validators, or otherwise if you are having only one cross field validator means you can give it like this. So here what I want to do it is, here I need to call a validator function. How we have called this forbidden name validator, in the same scenario we need to call the the validator function. For that one what I will try to do it is, in the actor form only I will create a new file, that is nothing but must not match dot validator dot ts file. That's it. So I am trying to keep it like this. Now here it should be something like export function must not match validator. So this is the validator, and this will take the form group, the entire form group you will be getting it, and it is of type abstract control. So the form group is also one type of control only. Here you will be you need to return the validation errors, or otherwise I will return the null if the validation is valid. So now this is the thing. Now what I want to do, first of all I need to take the name, constant name is equal to group dot get of name. Okay, so I will be trying to get the name and I will show you the output so that you can able to understand it very easily. So here you will be able to get the output, right? First of all, yeah, here name, first of all I am trying to get the name in the must not validator. So get name, and also I will get the value for this one. That's it. So for this one I will keep it as a question mark so that it is an not required field. So here you will be having constant role, also I will try to get it, and group dot get of role dot value. So I got the value also. So now we got both the name and also the value. Now I want to check if name is there and also the role is there, and also the name is equal to role is matching, means then what I need to do here. So here I need to return, I will return an object. So here must not match is true. So I will send it like this, or otherwise I will return the null. So that means the validation is valid. So this is the must not match validator which we are trying to write it. So here we are using must not match validator. It's a validator function which returns the validator errors, and here I will be using the name I am trying to get it and also the role I am trying to get it. So both the values I am getting it, and if name and role are both are equal means then I am returning that it's an error. Fine. So now we have implemented the validation. Now here where we need to use it, in the validators. So here you can mention the array, or otherwise you can mention, we are having right now only one, so you can mention it in array also, must not match validator. That's it. So now we have mentioned it in the array. So we are right now we are having only one, I am mentioning it the only one. If we are having only one means, so there is no need to mention it as an array also. So the same like the validations thing. So how I have mentioned, if we have only one validation, here in the same scenario, here also validators also, if you are having multiple means, you can mention it as an array. If you are not having multiple means, so you can mention it as a simple plain as a second argument, and in this one as a value you can mention it. Fine. Now here I don't want to match it, so here I will try to use this one, but here we are able to see so the entire thing, right? So how can I control this one? So here we can do in such a way that, let's go to the form, and here, so here I will try to write it in such a way that here I will write a condition at the bottom. Let's see the example. For example, let's say that, so this button is invalid, right? This button is invalid. You will be able to see this button is invalid. Now I will try to write I will write some name, and here also I will try to copy it, and here also I will try to write the skill, but still the submit button is not valid. Why? Because here both the name and role are equal, so then the validation error, so the name and role must not match to each other. So here the submission is not valid, so that means our form is working. So how can I show the error so that the user can able to understand, so what is the validation error, what is the changes that I need to do. So here what we can do it is, here I can add an if condition that if actor form, okay, dot has error of must not match, okay, must not match. So this is the key I am sending it, right? And ampersand when the actor form is valid. So actor form dot touched or actor form dot dirty. So when these both are there, then only we need to show the message. So there is nothing but div class is equal to alert hyphen danger, and here I can write the name and role must not match each other, something like this. I will try to show the message. That's it. Now if you try to see here, I will try to write something, and if I try to copy the same thing here, you will be able to see that name and role must not match each other. So that means both are matching. So that's why we are able to show the message that name and role must not match each other. I will try to write something, and here the submit button has been enabled. So this is how we will be implementing the cross field validations in the reactive forms. In the same way we will be implementing in the template driven forms also, but we need to use the directive. I will try to explain you in the next video how we can implement the same cross field validations in the template driven forms. So hope you understood about this concept, how we will be writing the cross field validations. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.